tell us this morning is that he's challenging us, and he's saying that since you all are since we got this weight scale, I'm going to put my holiness on one side, and I'm going to put your so-called talents on the other. Now, will your talents and your goodness balance the scale? So, what God does first, he brings up your sinners, your thieves, your robbers, your perverts. Now, mind you, they have some little bit of good ounce in them. We're going to say for the record, they got 4 ounces of goodness in them. Compared to God's goodness on the right side. But there's still no balance. So now, they step to the side, and now you bring up some of common folk, us. Okay? We bring our ounces. So we got about a good 8 ounces that we got. Okay? Now again, mind you, you see this big scale. God's goodness on the right. And our 8 ounces now, we're 4 ounces better than the thieves and the robbers. Now, does it make a difference? Again, there's still no balance. Now you have your moral folks, your dignified, your doctors, your lawyers, your judges, your presidents, your senators, those who call themselves that they are above the law. Now, they've got about, maybe about 12, 13 ounces. We're going to say 12. They got 12 good ounces in. But we're still putting their ounces. Now, they're great folks, don't get me wrong. Some of them are outstanding. Some of them need prayer. But we're going to put them ounces against what? That scale. Comparing it to God's righteousness. So, do you think it made a difference? The scale still did not balance. So now the question is, if the robbers and thieves with their 4 ounces could not balance the scale, and your common folk who had 8 could not balance the scale, and then the great moral thinkers who had 12 could not balance the scale. My question is, who can we get to balance the scale? Somebody has to be out there that can balance that scale. Well, one thing I realized is that I can't call on my mama because she can't balance the scale. I can't call on my grandmother to balance the scale. I can't call on my god sister to balance the scale. But the question is again, who will balance the scale? God said, guess what? I'm going to do one better. I'm going to send my son to see if he can look over the scale. Look over the situation and see what's going on. Can he balance that scale? So guess what? When they nailed him on the cross, nailed him on the cross, with the nails in his hands. Now, wait a minute. We got some movement in that scale. Now, mind you, before Christ came, there was no movement on that scale. Okay, so now his hands are pierced on that cross. Now, there's some balance. That scale is starting to move. And then when they took the nails and they nailed his feet into